what does the Sadguru really want you to be? Hmm? The Sadguru wants you to be yourself. Actually, who you truly are. Nowadays, when we look at the world, now, we have segregated the world between normal people and not normal people. I think we fall into the abnormal people, because we are spiritual. And being spiritual, very often, people are scared. Don't think that being spiritual is an easy thing. You see, the world wants you to be in a different way. Everywhere, the masses, the crowd, how they want you to be. They want you to be in a certain fashion way. Is that yourself? No, it is not. When you are different, are you acknowledged by the crowd? No, you are not acknowledged by the crowd. When you are on the spiritual path, are you similar to everybody else? No, you are different. And very often, to tread the path of spirituality is a very scary thing. You have to be different from everybody else. And for that, you have to be courageous. You have to be yourself. Very often people don't want to be themselves. If I am myself, I will be rejected by my peers. I will be rejected by the people. This is true. And that's what the Sadguru wants you to be. To be that uniqueness. To be different from everybody else. But for that to happen, you have to have that willingness. You have to have that, yes, I want to be different. I want to grow. I want to be myself. And this is not a weakness, actually. Even if it is perceived as a weaknesses, it is not. It is the strength. In life, it comes to a point that you have to walk alone in the middle of the crowd itself. And this is the beauty of you. We say the world, everybody is normal. Is really the people normal? This is a question that I'm asking myself. When I look at people, people are not really living their potential. They are not living their gift which God have given them. They have masqueraded themselves so much that they don't even know who they are anymore. They have lived a lie, more you lie and lie and lie, the lie become your own reality. And that's what people in majority are living. A life of lie, and call it reality. Just out of fear. Then when would you have the capacity to take the courage to be who you are? When we look at the world nowadays, how many people you can say it's normal? So firstly, we have to understand what is normality means. If I will ask you what is normality is, everybody will have their own idea of normality. Actually, when the Master talks about normality, when the Sadguru is talking about normality, he's talking about the beauty of who you are. Which means to understand normality means love have to be there. That is the prime dharma. When we talk about dharma, Bhagavan Krishna talk about dharma in the Gita. What is the prime dharma of a human being? The prime dharma of a human being is to love. To be normal is to love, to have love. To be in love, to be in that blissful state. And when you're in that blissful state, there is no place for fear. You are fearless. You are joyous. You are happy. You have a different laughter. It's not a laughter where you have to express it on the outside. It's a laughter of your being itself, which each part of you reflect a different type. That's why, you see, people which is spiritual, they glow. They shine differently because they are not in the norm of what the world called normal. The world called normal is to face people. Somebody which is on the spiritual path who have that strength and have that guts to say, when they say no, it's no. When they say yes, it's yes. It's not that when you say no, you means yes, and when you say yes, you means no. How can you be yourself? You can't. That's why in your mind you have created a certain reality of like and dislike. We like something, we dislike something. We like someone, we dislike someone. But when you come on the spiritual path, when you come upon the lotus feet of the Satguru, he tells you first things. That what you like and you don't like, you have to transcend. You have to let go. Are you ready to let go of that? No, you're not ready to let go of that. Because you like, you know what you like, you have amassed it, you have hold upon it, you hold upon it, you keep it. Would you let go? Eh? Through life, you have, from small, you have been cultivating a certain reality that have become your reality. And Sadhguru said, no, that is not your reality. To really attain to your reality, you have to let go of your like and dislike. Who is ready to let go of that? Who have the courage to say, yes, I drop everything. Yes, please, mold me again into what I am truly. And that's what your Atma is asking. But you are not aware of it. The senses have become so dull that we are not even perceiving the fineness of what is reflecting through deep inside of you. We are running left there, right and left, trying to find what is already inside of you. It's like Sadhguru reminding you, yes, you have learned a job, you have been working very strong, you have become professional in that job, you know. You are a master, whatever I call it. You have expert, you have PhD and whatever in that field. And the Sadhguru come and said, no. Now you have to drop this. You have to learn again. Very often, I have this question. People come to me and say, Guruji, I have a new job. I want to do this job, but I would not get the same salary that I used to have because in my old job, I was very high already. I had a standard. But that job is very dear to me. I feel it from my heart. Since long time I wanted to do that, but I have to start again. You know how difficult it is to let go of your old and to again adapt the new? Very difficult. Your belief, your ideas, your has a faith and everything come into question. How many have that courage to do that? Very often people don't. Then you start thinking, what will people think about? What will my family, my dear one, talk about? Actually, they will be the one who will discourage you of moving forward. Most of the time is like this. They will never be able to. Why are you leaving such a good job for something else? When I start my spiritual path, actually, when the calling to go into the world to help people happen, I remember I was talking to my mom and dad. I said, listen, the life what you expected from me, I have a different life. My life is for the people. My mom said, please pack your stuff and go out. And I was packing my stuff. I was ready to move out. And she said, okay, no, I was just joking. Please sit down. Then when I start traveling, my grandma came crying, why you have to travel? Why you have? Live your life here, be here. Please promise me that you will be here. I can't promise. What is inside have to come out. And whenever you make that step, everybody else will discourage you. When you go on the spiritual path, everybody else will find any excuse to tell you not to go on the spiritual path. Look at these people, they smile so much. That is very scary things, actually. If you're smiling, if there's no joke, you are just having a smile on your face for the outside world. Do they look at the world outside? You're walking in the middle of the city, everybody is like zombie. Everybody, the head is down in their phone. They don't even know where they are going. And you are coming here joyful, happily. You know how scary it is? Put yourself in their place. My goodness. I have met an angel probably today, but I was not so sure. So they will discourage you. Everybody will discourage you. When you want to be unique, the whole world will discourage you. Your dear one will discourage you. If I ask you one question, how many people have you seen attain to self-realization? The masses or very few? Very few. Just for an easy question, how many people are very diligent in their daily exercise? Majority people or few people? Exactly. How many people are very diligent in their sadhana, into their meditation? Few people or majority people? Few people. So everything which exceed the normality, what you call normal, is only the minority. Only those few who have that courage to transcend that what the whole crowd call normal, they achieve something. This is the uniqueness of you. People will not acknowledge you. People will laugh at you first. That's what Swami Vivekananda said, no? People will laugh at you. Then the same people who laugh at you, they will start to accept you. If you are diligent, you are strong, you are determined about, they will start to accept you. And with time, the same people who are laughing at you will start to admire you. It's just about time only. And it's all about how strong you are in perceiving and attaining what you truly want to. And that is what the greatness of the Satguru is, you know. To bring you to your true aspect, that aspect which you don't even know about yourself. To awake that which is dormant inside of you. But you have to be courageous. You have to have that deep willingness to move forward.